do you believe that our government is in possession of UAPs?
Absolutely, based on interviewing over 40 witnesses over 4 years.
If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
Biologics came with some of these recoveries, yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human. What I personally witnessed, myself and my wife, was very disturbing.
Are we alone in the universe? The age-old question resurfaces time and again. The once fanciful idea of unidentified flying objects, or UFOs, steps into the realm of reality, prodding us to confront the possibility of extraterrestrial existence. This latest interest has its roots in the post-World War II era, when the American landscape was inundated with reports of flying saucers, spurring a cultural phenomenon that would come to be immortalized in countless Hollywood narratives like Earth versus the Flying Saucers.
I'm sorry, but I have to do my job. Let's go back.
Yet it remained largely elusive, couched in hushed conversations and sealed classified files. But change is on the horizon. Political leaders across the aisle in the US Congress, in a rare display of bipartisan unity, are rallying behind the call for transparency. Reports of UFO sightings, they argue, deserve to be examined in the public eye. It's a cause that, according to a Tennessee Congress member, Tim Burchett, has met significant resistance, indicative of a shift in governmental attitude towards the phenomenon. Perhaps the most intriguing piece in this unfolding puzzle comes from David Grush, a high-ranking former Air Force intelligence officer. He claims that the US has been involved in a secret program dedicated to capturing, recovering, and studying unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAPs.
Do you believe our government has made contact with intelligent extraterrestrials?
Something I can't discuss in public setting.
If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries, yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
You have also said some of these answers in the past, but we're trying to get them on the public record as well, which is really important. Mr. Grush, finally, do you believe that our government is in possession of UAPs?
Absolutely, based on interviewing over 40 witnesses over 4 years.
And where?
I know the exact locations, and those locations were provided to the Inspector General and some of which to the intelligence committees. I actually had the people with the firsthand knowledge provide a protected disclosure to the Inspector General.
Thank you.
At one point, you had said that there has been harmful activity or aggressive activity. Has any of the activity been aggressive, been hostile in your reports?
I know of multiple colleagues of mine that got physically injured.
By UAPs or by people within the federal government?
Both. The activity that I personally witnessed, and I have to be very careful here because they tell you never to acknowledge tradecraft, right? So what I personally witnessed, myself and my wife, was very disturbing.
Is it possible that these UAPs are testing for vulnerabilities in our current systems?
Yes.
Yes.
The United States is not alone in its quest for answers. Several nations have funded dedicated research into UFO sightings. These include Brazil's Operation Saucer, Canada's Project Magnet, France's GEIPAN, the Soviet Union's Institute 22, and the United Kingdom's Flying Saucer Working Party and Project Condon. So we return to the initial question, are we alone in the universe? As the US government appears poised to disclose potential extraterrestrial encounters, we ponder, is it going to be next week, next year, or next decade? What will the social impact of this first encounter be? How will unveiling historical records of alien visitation affect us? Are we prepared for such a revelation? The path to truth is shrouded in shadows and uncertainty.